Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials, Tips, and Tricks. My name is Drelled, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about Clerics. Now this is a melee DPS spec. I've filled the support role in a 5-man, however you don't really bring much to the table as support. You have a little off healing with salvation and a few buffs, so you might want to stick with the DPS slot in a group. Alright, so the talents that I'm going. I am testing out Inquisitor. Now, I have 5 out of 5 Inner Focus and 5 out of 5 Fanatic's Faith. Fanatic's Faith is pretty much what I'm testing. It'll increase my critical damage bonus by 20%. Shamans seem to focus a lot around crits, so increasing the damage, I wanted to see how well this works. Now, if you don't like using Inquisitor, then you could also go Druid and just go 5 out of 5 Strength of Earth, and then 5 out of 5 Spirit of the Hunter. Those work pretty well as well. Alright, so in Shaman, I'm going 5 out of 5 Dauntless Courage, 5 out of 5 Overwhelming, 5 out of 5 Long Memory, and then I'm taking Jolt. Now, as I was saying, you're going to be going for crits. Eventually, I'm going to be wanting Unyielding, which will give me even more crit chance. At the low levels, you don't really crit that much. So sometimes you'll do a great amount of damage, and sometimes you won't. Now, you have Overwhelming, which does the exact same thing as Fanatic's Faith. So I'm seeing how well those two work together. Alright. So, there are 2 macros that will make this spec basically go down to 2 buttons. It's really, really easy. The first macro is your single target DPS macro. So if you have one target, this is what you use. You have Jolt and Fated Blow listed first. Both of these skills are on procs. Fated Blow will be when the mob dodges or parries, and then Jolt is when you crit, then you can use it. Now, they don't use the global cooldown, which means as soon as they come up, you can use them, and you won't have to wait to use any other skills. So by putting them first, it'll automatically cast it when you're spamming the macro, but it'll continue casting your other spells. Now, I have Massive Blow listed next. It has a long cooldown, but does more damage than Crushing Blow. However, Crushing Blow has a chance to reset the cooldown of Massive Blow. So by spamming this macro, you'll get off your 2 procs anytime they come up. It'll use Massive Blow every single time it's off cooldown, so you don't have to watch for those long memory procs from your Crushing Blow. Now the next one is your AoE. Avalanche Strike will hit 3 targets. Again, it'll cast Jolt and Fated Blow, and then you'll just keep AoEing. Now, I did not put Lightning Hammer in my single target DPS. You will be wanting to use it, and keep it up on the target as much as possible. The reason I didn't put it in is because if the mob is close to dying, I might not want to use it up. I might want to use my more damaging spells up front. Now, if you're doing that, though, you could put your Jolt and Fated Blow into your Lightning Hammer just in case if they happen to come up as soon as you're using Lightning Hammer, you'll get those off. Now, another thing to consider with your spec, just as a last note, is you could also put 5 points into Stormborn, which will increase the damage by 50%, if you max it out, of your Jolt and your Lightning Hammer, which can be a pretty significant DPS increase for both of those skills. However, with the fact that you won't be critting a whole lot for Jolt, whether or not you want to put those in right now, that would be up to you. Alright. So this is going to bring an end to this episode of Tutorials, Tips, and Tricks. My name has been Drelled. Thank you for watching.